applause there from our studio audience was well appreciated. Thank you very much. Could I just hear some of that applause again?
Well, asleep already.
Thank you very much, studio audience. We're back again on NAG, and tonight we've got Charlie over here.
It's good to be back. It's been an exciting week this week. Lots happened in the world.
What have you been up to?
I woke up in a field this morning.
I believe we have some footage of that.
Right in the middle of a crop circle.
Okay, yeah, that's bizarre.
Been cropped.
That's right, and speaking of being cropped, we've got the voice upstairs.
G'day boys, how are we all?
Fantastic, mate. We feel very energetic.
You all look well too.
We feel good. A lot of people asking why we're wearing exactly the same clothes as we were on the last show.
It's the same night.
I make it a point to wear the same clothes all the time because I want people to be able to recognise me.
Well, they can smell you.
Well, I never take these clothes off. I sleep in these.
Yeah, that's right.
I don't know, you can stand the stench.
Oh, it's the smell of man. Women go crazy for it.
Yeah, it smells great.
Yeah.
Over there, I've got Jonesy on the panel here tonight.
Yeah, I was going to say I smell a bit too, mate. It's probably the same shirt I've worn more over the last few years.
I remember, yeah, that's right. I remember you on a previous show, Jonesy, you wearing that's a similar shirt, and yeah, it smells all right. We've got Jock here.
Evening.
Jock is from the the Yin and Yang cult or something.
Foundation.
School.
Jock's actually, for those of you who have seen Jock on previous shows, Jock is very adept at the martial arts and the ninjutsu style of martial arts. So keep your eyes out for Jock at the supermarkets.
What's his surname? Strap.
That's right, Mixstrap. That's right. And next to me again, I have RJ. RJ is you've seen RJ on a previous show, possibly, or you may see him on a future show, depending on how the editing goes.
That's right. I also didn't have a chance to change
Depends
my
when we go
shirt.
forward and see if anyone accepts it.
That's exactly right. And RJ is wearing the same shirt. Actually, there is just quickly, and a lot of people wouldn't know this, especially the people on the panel here, why you've chosen that particular colour in a shirt. I can hear that door's not locked down, but that's okay. Someone will lock it down.
There's no great story about choosing the color for this shirt. It just I just like blue.
What a beautiful
I
accent.
thought it was about his aura. Like, maybe like his aura is blue, so he's wearing a blue shirt.
I hope it's blue.
Really?
Isn't that a brand of washing powder?
Yeah, it is.
Aura?
Yeah.
Bora.
Okay, enough of that. We're talking some very serious business tonight, and we're talking about... What are we talking about?
You know, I love it when we talk about serious stuff because I really come away, I feel like I've learnt something, I feel really good about myself.
Okay. That's...
So I'm here to learn tonight. I'm here to learn. I want to walk out of here with knowledge, expanded knowledge.
Well, I think you better leave now, mate.
To know more than I already do stuff.
Okay, well, I think you will leave with some knowledge tonight. I think with 8 minutes remaining in this half, we'll throw it straight over to RJ and just ask generally.
All right. Well, what we wanted to talk about this evening or morning, whatever.
That's right. It's a secret, viewers.
It is a secret, and
Secret men's business.
and we want.
No, I'm not touching that.
What do we want to talk about?
We're going to ride the wild goat.
Before you go on, I know what you're thinking. You've been here before, deja vu. I just wanted to ask about the wild goat, Jonesy. Is that there's a club or something, isn't there? Is that true? Does anyone know about that?
Yeah, the Grand Poobah.
No. Isn't
There is
it?
a club, the Chad Morgan Club.
Give us a rendition.
Well, I've been chasing Sheila's rolling in my track.
Okay, fantastic. That was something special. I can see.
Special.
I can see Giuseppe kicking cats. Go ahead, RJ.
Oh, okay. The topics for this evening are the levitation and
Levitation.
levitation.
Okay. I met a guy who was.
No, he's just
I'll
rising.
hold you down.
He's just
The hot air just rose.
Okay, levitation. A lot of viewers wouldn't know this, but I actually used to be a member of the... Actually, I can't tell you. Continue.
If you do, you have to kill him.
No, I used to be a member of a club
The Levitation Club.
No, it wasn't a levitation club, but in this club we did levitations. But
That
those
is the
levitations were trickery, and they were basically stage illusions. It was a magic circle of Victoria. Now, we're not talking about stage illusions, we're talking about the real thing, aren't we?
In stage illusions, you'll have a frame build up, which you cover up, and you have the person on a board, and then you move a circle around so that the S frame is covered up and nobody thinks...
That's what we did. You've uncovered the whole thing.
There's a show.
Magicians are going to be ringing up complaining by the dozens.
Magicians unmasked.
I'm
What's been
sorry
done?
to the Magic Circle of Victoria, but that was 30 years ago. Go ahead.
All right. Now,
That must make me about 50.
I'm going to say.
Levitation.
levitation. So we're all going to hold hands and we're going to levitate out of our chairs. No.
Oh, I'd like to see that.
I could usually achieve that
This place full of shit.
after a big feed at Taco Bill's, mate.
We'll all start eating baked beans and you'll levitate.
Jet propulsion, yes.
Actually, Jock, who's sitting just to the other side of you, he's taken me to Taco Bill's on a number of occasions. Is that place still open?
It is.
Okay, I've got no more to say about that. Go ahead.
All right.
You had a bad experience there once.
And nothing to do with the food or
I went down,
the
down,
place at
down
all.
the burning ring of fire.
So any ideas how you could go about really levitating?
God, you're a pig.
I think that was me pants.
It's supposed to come out the other end. Any ideas how you would levitate?
Yes.
Okay. Well, first of all, from my point of view, what? No. If you're going to levitate, you would have to get rid of gravity. Am I right?
You would have to stop it affecting you.
Okay. How would you do that?
What could you reverse gravity and make it push up instead of?
Go on. Now you're going to ask about Superman, aren't you?
Levitation, you know. What is that? You just sort of go... I want to fly. I don't want this floating crap.
David Copperfield.
You
Actually,
learn to float before you can fly. It's like
Well, levitation is actually very useful because if someone takes you and throws you off the cliff, it would be very good time to actually know how to levitate because
3.2 seconds before you hit the
That's-
bottom.
that's the time I'd want to know. Continue on.
It probably wouldn't be enough to learn how to levitate in that particular instant while you're actually flying and accelerating towards the ground at 9.8
I don't think...
That's right.
And after you hit the ground, I don't think you'd really care that you couldn't levitate anyway, would you?
so the trick is to learn to levitate before you get thrown.
That's right, and when you just start levitating and lower yourself gently without going splat on the ground.
My son, he grabs the cat, right, and he starts swinging him around, and then the cat levitates. Fine for
Towards the dog.
Is that the same sort of thing? Like, because cats, when they're upside down, and then they can turn around and they can land on their feet. So,
That's a good point.
is that to do with the levitation, or is that just like
That's just
because the cat?
acrobatics.
And is it true that when a cat falls off a building,
cat out of
it
the-
doesn't matter how high, it will land on its feet
That's
and it
bollocks,
won't
mate.
die?
That's
No.
bollocks, mate.
It's
I've
like
seen
the toast. You drop toast, it always lands on the
the
buttered
buttered side, yeah.
Did you know that I used to live in... I can't tell you about that.
I had
Go
to
on.
scrape off the dirt.
It's like the Ron Barassi joke.
I can't tell you about Ron Barassi either.
We got into trouble last time.
Anyway, we were talking about levitation.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Well, it's very simple in theory. All you have to do
I'm
is
laughing at him.
all you have to do is
Flap your hands.
no.
Mask fixed, Molly.
You have to make yourself and your body immune to the force of gravity.
It doesn't sound
Have
too
you
hard.
seen what a big fat bastard I am? I mean, mate,
Get up and show everyone.
It doesn't matter.
Doesn't it?
You simply increase the rate of the vibration of all the particles in your body to such a way that they cannot be interacted with by gravity.
So you
And
stick
you
him in
just
a microwave.
Did you get that?
Okay, because I remember once I was on a boat and the boat sank and everyone grabbed hold of me because they thought I was a flotation device. And I started sinking. So that wasn't a good experience, but go ahead.
Well, that's it. That's it. Now go.
No,
do
what-
it.
How do you do it? I don't know. I want to know more.
Something mental, like you mentally sort of adjust your atoms to make you float or something. Is that what you're saying? Or-
How many millies did you have before you came here tonight?
No, that's not far off. You essentially.
Hey, is that not far off?
Hey,
I'm on
It's a
the
swallow, yes.
You're going
that was a
not me, that's
question
me
from
brother.
the studio audience. That studio audience said something. What was that?
Say that again.
I just said, how can you move?
We don't
You
take.
sound like Giuseppe. But that's okay.
It's only a rumour.
Do you have to swallow gas, are you saying?
Yeah.
Okay, when you, those helium balloons and you...
Yeah.
Is that sort of thing?
That could be-
Is that what you're talking about?
That could be dangerous, isn't it?
It is, because
Yeah.
there's powder inside there sometimes.
Danger, danger,
Oh, really?
warning, warning, danger.
They put powder inside some of those balloons.
Exterminate, exterminate.
What's in that house?
It's Doctor Who, Jim. Oh, sorry, I forgot it's Mickey.
So is it better than the last one?
Alison, can you make a cup levitate? Because I'm dying for a coffee. Bring it over here.
You remember... I can't tell you.
Danger,
Okay, I can
danger,
see-
warning, warning.
I can see we're getting the floor manager's giving us a bit of a wind up and a bit of a cue to
Is
go
that what
into
this means?
the ad break. We've got another. Yeah, that's right. We've got another segment coming up, another half. This is only halfway through, so I want you to.
And we've covered so much.
Be rest assured that it's everything will be okay.
At
But
least-
viewers, we'll be back in a second with Charlie's comment just after this break. So stand by. And hang on. Welcome back to the program, viewers. I had to get rid of that. We're talking about a number of topics, let alone levitation is what we were talking about before we went to the break, and we were talking about levitation. And RJ's here, and we're going to continue on that discussion, levitation. In order to levitate, in order for you to rise up to the occasion, what would need to happen?
Viagra.
There we go. What would you have to do to levitate?
Okay, to levitate, you have to make sure that you cannot be affected by the force of gravity. And for
To
you
do that. How do you do that? Sorry.
you have to increase your frequency of every particle in your body.
See how you're going off camera there because you're leaning back? I just wanted to let you know that.
Of course, absolutely, thank you. So,
Bloody amateurs.
You could be like Jonesy if you wanted to and just watch the floor monitor for the entire show. But that's... Okay, all right, let's go on.
so the producer didn't take into the account that I could take the liberty to leave
Producer,
back on
what do you
my...
think we're
That's right,
paying
yeah.
Okay, what we're saying is that
We had a producer on the show
I've never met him.
once.
Thank
You're
you.
saying you have to increase the speed of your particles in your body?
you have to increase the frequency of every
Frequency.
particle in your body. I'm being back in chair.
Powerade does that.
That's what a microwave does, doesn't it? It'd be easier to put someone in a microwave and just... Anyway,
They
straight away.
It's ready.
That would be much quicker, wouldn't it?
Actually, if you modify your microwave, you could make it into a time machine. But
Hey, tell us about that.
And you can pick
That
up a
was his
microwave
first experiment. It didn't work.
for a couple of $100. You get yourself a time machine.
That
Oh, no,
cooks
no,
sausage
you'll have
rolls
to-
and pies. Wicked.
Okay.
Send them back to where they came from. They're awful.
Go back to the
So
store
you-
and complain.
you
I
put your
tried
foot
traveling
in
through
there,
time and the damn thing
stand
didn't
it in
work.
another dimension.
Thank you, Daryl and Ozzy.
No, it could be like, could have a two-way switch, once it's a microwave and once it's a time machine.
Geez,
So-
imagine if you were sending your cat into throughout time and you accidentally press the wrong button.
Microwave button, yeah.
But not like that hasn't happened before.
Actually, you can put your wife in a microwave and press.
Convince her it's a time machine. She's going to go back in time and look beautiful.
Like that'll never happen.
Not like us, males. Go ahead. What were we talking about?
Levitation. we were
levitation,
talking
that's
about.
Levitation, that's right.
Don't like some Bhagwans in India do that stuff?
Well, they do.
Tough titty.
Run jib.
I am liking your curry.
Alf Mabruk.
Very cool, wasn't it? You got like the Indian lady leaning out the window, hey, your dinner's ready. And little Raji goes, ooh, levitates up, gets his dinner,
And levitates back down. Yeah.
Grouse.
How many billies you reckon you had before you came in tonight?
$5. I love you long time.
Okay. So what you need is you need the vibration. Good vibrations.
Absolutely, they have to be good and only very skilled people can.
Can you get like instruments to help you do it? If say you're not naturally sort of good at levitating, because I'm not. I haven't been able to do it yet. Can you
God knows you've tried.
Can you get like tools?
The guitar or something.
You know, yeah, tools. Crap, I can't even
It's
talk.
like a stick. You just put a stick underneath the body, and then like someone just sits on it, and because
That'll make it levitate.
it actually stays on the body, and just lift the stick up and down.
Mate, you're thinking about that old bicycle you had that didn't have a seat, don't you? You loved that old bike, didn't you? He loved that old bike.
Do you remember
He
that?
was always riding him.
He levitated repeatedly.
Yeah.
Do you remember that? Molten Star.
Has there been is there like examples throughout history of people levitating?
Yes, there are.
Like what?
I wonder why I used to got a sore ass when I used to ride. Bloody, someone stole the seat.
Took him 2 years to find out.
And he had the streamers and the bloody sissy bar on the back. No
It was
seat.
pink.
I do remember that. I got that on my birthday.
Yeah, I remember that.
On his 18th birthday.
The girls used to ride around on the front of the bar.
On the front of your bar. What were we talking about? Oh, levitation, sorry. Yeah, we were talking about levitation, yes.
Gee, you do know grass, don't you?
Sorry about that. Yeah.
I asked you a question.
Oh, you asked a question about instruments.
That's right.
They always wanted to ring my bell.
Don't know about any instruments.
Would you need to have qualifications? Like
Yeah.
a pilot's license or something?
Can you study levitation anyway?
I think I've seen a commercial in one of the papers that could teach you to levitate for about $1,000, but that was a long time ago.
Do you believe it?
bucks.
Do you believe that they, because I'm a bit of a skeptic when it comes to giving people $1,000 and I'm not getting anything for it.
Oh well, it's a money back guarantee. So if you don't learn,
If you
to
can find the
levitate,
bloke.
you could.
You probably give it to him and he goes, bye bye.
He levitates with your money. Never be seen again.
Sorry.
No.
That's not mine.
Someone's brought their baby.
Yeah, is that bed of nails thing? Has that got much to do with levitation? Yeah, you see the dudes and they lie on a bed of nails and then they like float.
Isn't there more mind control though?
I don't know.
You shut out pain. That's mind control.
Okay, so but you were saying that levitation, it's almost like having an out-of-body experience. Is that the same sort of thing?
Well, it's very close to it in the fact that to get out of your body, you have to increase the frequency of your astral body, so it cannot interact with your physical body, so you float out of your body. Whereas here, you're increasing the frequency of your entire body, so it cannot interact with gravity. And yeah, it's very similar, but.
Okay, because Jonesy had an out-of-body experience. He woke up next to this bird and he chewed his own arm off and he was out the door.
Have you got that tape, have you?
I have, mate. I have. The birds have been letting. Okay, so it's a bit like an out-of-body experience.
What are the practical applications of levitation?
You notice how all these questions are getting asked repeatedly?
Oh yes, so it's like, if you're being pushed off the cliff and you know how to levitate, it's the difference between being. Yes, exactly.
No, but no, right, say you paid someone $1,000 to be able to levitate. When are you going to use your levitational powers, aside from the rare chance that someone would throw you off a cliff? what other places do you think would be good to be able to levitate?
During floods, for example.
Floods, yeah.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Or when you lose your remote control for your TV.
How's that going to help you?
Well, you can
And you're
get...
sitting on it.
No, you
Just levitate. Actually, if you were in a car, let's say you were driving off a cliff, so you're speeding off the cliff, if you could levitate, could you levitate and
Levitate the car as
the
well.
car?
as well.
like could you have like a flying car? Because I've
Yeah, that'd be cool.
I've always wanted a flying car.
Ever since you've seen them on the Jetsons.
because that wouldn't be right, because then if you levitated while you're in a car, your head would be like up like this. You wouldn't be able to see in front of the drive.
Because you'd be holding the whole way to the car up, wouldn't
Yeah,
you?
that's right, on your back.
Wouldn't you, really?
Well, you would, but
Yeah, and I mean, could you... Oh, well, could you teach the car to levitate?
I don't know.
To levitate?
2000.
I can't fit a car in my microwave.
Yeah, okay. Fair enough. What were we talking about? Jonesy, you wanted to say something?
No, I was just talking about who was going to levitate the car. Yeah, because if you'd be driving along and like you'd want your car to levitate, you'd probably just mind control and just get the car to levitate with you. And just drive over the cliff.
Could you lift
Why
your
would you
car
want to go over
anyway?
the cliff anyway?
Well, just it's an experiment. I mean, you want to see whether you can do it or
You
not.
could only do it once.
It's like that test, you know, where they used to
I'm going to
test.
try it after the show.
They used to test witches. It's
Don't
like
try
when
this at
when
home.
you test levitation. Like if you jump off the cliff and you splat, you know you can't levitate.
Oh, right, that's
If you
right.
jump off and you don't, you know. You
That's like all these kids that jumped off tall buildings in UK after watching Superman movies because they thought they would.
I tried it. I tried.
That's
jumping
how
off something
Superman
high
died.
when
The
I was
original
little.
Superman died. He
That's
thought he was
exactly right.
Superman and he
Yeah.
flew off the building. And
That's true. Did you know that? And
That's
the
fine.
original Superman. I mean, and the thing was, he could dodge bullets, he could do everything. I mean,
Couldn't jump off the
saw
building.
you saw him on TV.
Is that the black and white one?
Yeah, he was fantastic.
That
But
was
then
a
when he
bit
jumped
before
off
my
the building,
time.
he just couldn't fly.
I think that's.
I couldn't. I didn't get
think
it.
he paid that $1,000 to try that levitation course. It didn't work.
But that was in black and white, wasn't it? The voice.
Yes, sir.
So what colour would he? What colour would his cape have been if it was in black and white? I suppose it would have been black and white, wouldn't it?
No, great.
Yeah, grey, yeah. He was wearing a grey cape. That's probably why it didn't work.
We've stumped him.
Okay, sorry, go on.
Hang on, ask him
Okay.
if he knows about kryptonite, because I was no.
No.
Where can you buy it?
$2 shop. You buy anything, Nick?
Actually, is it true that in the Middle East they're stockpiling kryptonite at the moment? Is that true? I've heard that. A rumour. No.
You're a
No?
donkey.
Okay.
Sorry, it's going to be like a next terrorist weapon of mass destruction, is it?
Well, what is kryptonite actually? Is it?
Is it used in levitation?
Yeah. Can you eat it? Is it like something you can eat?
Krypton is it's gas, isn't it?
It's gas. Okay. Well, that would explain what we were talking about on the first half of the show about taking off
Yeah. That's
after
right.
the baked beans and the taco bills. Okay. What else are we discussing? Is there anything we can possibly discuss now?
Can't you explain, like, in its simple terms, how someone can levitate at home? Are you able to do that, or is that something that...
Oh, well.
More
levitation?
importantly, can you make anybody here levitate?
No.
No?
Well, what good are you? What are you on the show for?
Does it take a long time to
It
learn?
takes a long time. I mean, that depends on your mental abilities and your ability to focus. That's not something you can learn in 5 minutes. It takes time.
Okay. All right. So it takes time. Look,
How much time?
I can just
How long?
imagine all these people who are watching the TV and they're sitting out there going, wicked.
Well, for some
He's going to tell us how to do it.
People just like you.
And you've just said no, and they've just gone, oh, crap.
for some people, a lifetime is not enough to learn how to levitate. So
Actually, I caught up with a guy in Malaysia who was he was like a grand poobah, like a
Bhagwan.
a Bhagwan. He was cleansing himself and
Sensei.
talking about levitation and stuff like that. And these people spend their entire lifetime just learning how to thank you, the voice.
That is nice.
Spending their entire lifetime just learning how to cleanse their body and also levitate stuff like that. Entire lifetime.
I reckon
devoted to
they're
it.
the biggest bludgers. It's like people go, you know.
Well, in the doll form, so what do you do? You say, oh,
yeah,
I'm
I'm learning to meditate, you know.
Absolutely. Thank you very much for coming in, RJ.
it's a pleasure.
Absolute pleasure to have you here with Jock, Jonesy and Charlie, and we'll catch you next week on NAG.